my name is Bruce Parker, and I'm going to welcome my good friend, Mr. Gaming Guitarist. And we're going to talk about sports. Lots and lots of sports, but mostly college basketball, football, and probably some other things.
Hey, Ma, are you going to keep this accent the whole video?
No.
Okay, so, Bruce, we're following the original format this time. You ask me what I know, and I make up shit about it. Okay.
Alright. Well, we're going to start off with, I thought was the biggest story dating back from last week, is that Yankees first baseman Mark Teixeira will be out 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, 8 to 10 weeks. I believe it was... I can't recall if it was elbow. I think it was like an elbow injury. And yeah, that's pretty bad for the Yankees. Do you know who Mark Teixeira is?
Mark Wahlberg related?
Oh, Mark Teixeira is one of the Yankees' best home run hitters.
Okay. So does that mean that whenever he touches home base, he just runs to his home?
No. But what it does mean is that the Yankees are going to miss him. That's as much as I'll say. And here's the bad thing about the Yankees, alright? Okay. Guess how many of the Yankees' top 10 home run hitters are going to be out by opening day? Guess how many of the top 10 hitters are going to be out or no longer with the team? Give a number.
7.6.
Wrong. The correct answer is 8.
I was close. I just have to round that over to an 8.
Mm-hmm. Look, it's bad enough that Curtis Granderson is going to be out for a while, but then Teixeira gets out. Derek Jeter is just now starting to get healthy. Mariano Rivera.
Derek Jeter is still playing. How old is he?
I don't know, like 38 or something like that, 39.
So the age limits are older in baseball than they are in basketball.
Yeah, baseball players tend to go on for a long, long time. So that's in the news of baseball. Also, I found out that Rafael Furcal of the Cardinals is going to have Tommy John surgery. So he's going to be out for a while. What is Tommy John surgery? Tell me.
Say that again.
Tommy John surgery.
Well, the thing is, the guy that was creating that surgery, he was going to name it after Tommy Lee Jones, but then his hand fell on the keyboard and it went numb, so now it's called Tommy John surgery instead of Tommy Lee Jones. So the guy that invented the name fucked it up when he was typing it in to the official naming list.
Wow. Really? Why did they call it Tommy John surgery?
Why did they call it Tommy John surgery?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's Tommy John?
Who is Tommy John?
Yeah, who was Tommy John? He was a person.
Well, he had dyslexia because his actual name is John Tommy. So, yeah.
Wrong. He was a Major League pitcher, and he raised...
He was a Major League pitcher, so does that mean that he owned Lipton? Because they make a bunch of pitchers. Big time. Big business Major League pitcher.
Well, he ranks 7 all-time in left-handed pitchers and victories. Okay, what exactly is Tommy John surgery? What part of the body does the surgery take place in?
The nipples.
Basically, what it says is that it's a surgical graft procedure in which a ligament in the medial elbow is replaced with a tendon from elsewhere in the body. So it's all in the elbow, hence Tommy John, the pitcher. So it's a surgery for mainly pitchers. Now, of course, it can be done by other players who may have.
It's kind of like a tennis elbow.
Let's just say it's the main surgery practice in baseball because a lot of players tend to get it.
Because there's players that get tennis elbow, and that means that their elbow turns into a tennis ball.
Yeah, We'll talk about that some other day. Anyway, so that's the news for baseball. Now let's get to college basketball. Now, what's coming up very soon? College basketball related. What's coming up very soon this month? Tell me.
The Final Whore. And they call it the Final Whore because they're going to the horror house. They pick 4 of them and they find what the best one is. That's why it's called the Final Whore. Of course, whore sounds like 4, which means Final 4, and Final 4 is the ending towards the madness of the march.
Wow. Anyway, let's just put it as March Madness. We'll just put it that way. And it has nothing to do with whores or prostitutes of any sort.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that would be fun to watch.
Yes,
well, as you may or may not know, a little team called Gonzaga are #1 in the polls.
What?
Have you heard of the school Gonzaga?
No. Gonzaga sounds like garbanzo beans.
Anyway, guess who's #2 in the polls? I'll give you a hint. They're my favorite college basketball team.
Texas A&M.
That's my favorite college football team. My favorite college basketball team.
Don't tell me.
Come on.
Oh, it's on the tip of my head. Don't tell me. Don't blur it out. Let me figure this out for myself. It's Dartmouth.
What?
Dartmouth University. That's an actual college.
Wow. Wow. I did not see that coming.
Boston University.
No.
Notre Dame.
I'll give you a hint. They're part of my favorite color. They have my favorite color in their name. My favorite color is blue.
I know that it's blue, but I don't know any team that has blue in their name.
Well, they're not the name of the college, but they're
the
starts with a D, and the name of the team.
Is it Duke?
Yay! Give a round of applause to this guy. Anyway, Duke is #2 in the polls for recently beating their arch rival on Saturday. Who is their arch rival? Who is Duke's arch rival? Come on. I'll give you a hint.
Wait, say it again.
Who is Duke's arch rival?
Boss Hog. The Duke boys, Dukes of Hazzard. Duke Boss.
Wow.
That's a good one, you gotta admit.
Yeah. Anyway, they're UNC, or the University of North Carolina.
Oh, that's where MJ, Michael Jackson, was from.
He's joking. Don't worry. He's not that stupid.
That's why I'm fucking laughing.
Anyway, so fun fact. Okay, Duke is undefeated when Ryan Kelly is in the lineup. Ryan Kelly was out for about 2 months. Why was he out for that long? What kind of injury did he suffer?
He dropped the ball on his foot and broke his toe.
He actually did have a foot injury, though.
Oh shit!
He actually did have a foot injury, but it wasn't because of that. Anyway, how many games have they lost since losing him for those 2 months? I'll give you a hint. It's a number between 1 to 5. Come on. How many games have they lost with him out of the lineup?
2.9.
Wow. Sorry, the right answer was 4. We were looking for the number 4. Okay? Well, I guess we'll just stop there. But actually, there is one big thing. Okay. Who did Indiana beat just recently in a big-time, shocking finale of a game? Who did they beat to win that game? Like, in the final, few seconds. Who did Indiana play against? It was a big game.
The Maine Lobsters?
Really? Fuck it. It's Michigan. It was Michigan. The Michigan Wolverines. So the Hoosiers and
Why
Wolverines.
do they call it Michigan Wolverines? Is Hugh Jackman their owner?
Do you really think that college basketball teams have owners?
You know this is how I work. You know that I just fuck with
Yeah, that's true.
This is how this show works.
Well, now to move on to basketball! NBA, that is. Okay, well, the big news coming out of the NBA is that my team, the Los Angeles Lakers, are finally in the 8th spot of
Just
the playoff
imagine
picture.
how much shit he gets. This guy, we are in Houston, and
Yeah.
he gets, yeah.
Well, it's bad enough that the Rockets are in the 7th seed right above them. But I predict you that the Lakers will take over Houston in that 7th spot and possibly Golden State in the 6th spot. Okay? Why? Try to come up with your best explanation as to why it took the Lakers this long just to get a playoff spot at the moment. Why is it taking them this long to even get in the playoff picture? Come up with a paragraph or a 1 or 2 sentence answer.
It's probably because, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is no longer on the team.
I'm surprised he didn't say Magic Johnson, but alright. Because Magic Johnson has been criticizing him pretty much throughout the whole season. But he does praise him when they do things right. Anyway, well, it's good to know that the Lakers are finally in that spot. What team did they have to take the hump over to get into that spot? Who was previously in the 8th spot, but is no longer in the spot at the moment, but are, you know, like what team did they have to, you know? It was the Jazz. The Jazz were in the 8th spot. Now they're 9th, although they could easily get back in the 8th if they win today against, I believe, Detroit. I don't know. Another big story, though. Last week, this was big. I even wrote an article about it.
You wrote an article?
No, not really. It wasn't last week. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I don't know. The days go by fast. And I just had to bring it up. Okay, so a player from the Golden State Warriors dropped 54 points on the New York Knicks at the Garden. Who was that player? I'll give you a hint. He's a point guard, although you might as well call him a point guard and a shooting guard because that kid can shoot. He's arguably the best shooter in the NBA. That's what a lot of people say.
Don't tell me Yosemite Sam.
Is it because I said shooter?
Yes.
Anyway, it's Stephen Curry. Do you know?
No.
Never mind. That's about as much as I have to say about basketball. Now moving on to the big news of today in the football world, also known as the NFL. Well, 2 big moves were made today in regards of receivers. Okay? It's been said that the Vikings will trade Percy Harvin to the Seattle Seahawks. Yeah. The Seattle Seahawks. Big move by the Seahawks to get a guy like Percy Harvin. And now they're already considered one of the most dangerous, complete teams in the NFC. Well, I mean, they already were, but damn. The Seahawks are going to be good this year. Okay? Well, I have a question for you, Jaron. True or false? Percy Harvin played all 16 games last year for the Vikings.
Neutral.
Neutral? Come on. It's one or the other.
True.
He missed quite a few games. How many games did he miss? Bonus question. I'll give you a hint. It's a number from 5 to 10. How many games did he miss?
7.
Correct.
Oh, shit!
Now, obviously, I'm not counting the one playoff game they played, but yeah, I believe it was 7 if I'm not mistaken. So, aside from that move, there was another big move. Ravens wide receiver Anquan Bolden was traded to the Niners. Yes, the team that the Ravens beat in the Super Bowl. So he goes from the winning Super Bowl team to the losing Super Bowl team.
If you don't have a dark secret, it's never too late to make one. Stay thirsty, my friends.
That was a little advertisement during our video from the most interesting man in the world.
The Vikings have been open to dealing Percy Harvin, and the Seahawks
Yeah,
team that has made
and
moves in the past.
yeah.
We're gonna get sued for copyright infringement, you son of a bitch.
Adam Schefter talking about the Percy Harvin trade. I don't know how this is coming up. But while this guy's talking, we're going to talk about the move that I just mentioned. Anquan Boldin has been traded.
Mute that shit. We don't want to get taken down by ESPN for using their fucking coverage.
Oh, like they're going to know.
Well, hey, if Led Zeppelin mutes my fucking video because you barely hear the song of us playing in the background, who knows what happens when you talk about the extra special pepperoni network, otherwise known as ESPN.
Wow.
I just made that anagram up in my head right now.
Wow. Okay, well, here's the big question. Why did the Ravens most likely trade Boldin to the Niners?
Because he sucks and they're taking him to a team they defeated miserably.
Oh man, don't put him down like that. He's actually really, really good and
well, I don't know shit.
Okay, well, why else? Why else do you think so? Why do you think? Why? What? Why? Do you know why? Do you know why? Do you know why?
Because he buys a lot of Rubbermaid.
What? Oh man, that's terrible. Well, here's the reason. I'm assuming this is the big reason why. Okay, well, the Ravens wanted him to take a pay cut. Okay, with the salary cap situation, right? Yeah. And he said, "No, I'm not going to take a pay cut. I'm better than that. So either pay me or I'm gone." So they traded him. Well, a lot of people tend to blame Flacco's humongous contract because of this, but I'm not going to just jump on that. Okay, how much money is Flacco going to make in his 5 or 6 year contract? I forgot which one it was. How much?
$49 million because he's going to the 49ers.
I was referring to Joe Flacco, not Boldin.
Oh, I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna find the answer right here because I want to get the numbers right. Okay. Do you want to take okay? We're talking like a lot of money. I'll give you a hint. It's the most
over $9,000 million.
Well, no. Sorry. Why is it so hard to find this? Oh, okay. The right answer was a 6-year contract worth $120.6 million.
Ah, shit, biscuit.
That is the most.
How do they afford all this money to pay these
That
people?
makes him the highest paid quarterback in NFL history.
Why do they get paid so much? It's like, how do they get all that money from?
Are you really going to ask that?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. Well, anyway, I think we're done here. Did you enjoy this episode?
Hell no! Fuck this shit! I'm outie!
Well then. Well, I hope you enjoyed this time of talking to a person who clearly doesn't know anything about sports. It's a good thing that I know about sports, or else this guy would be clueless about basically everything in sports, in the outside world. Well, yeah. Goodbye.